देखो ब्राह्मणों को बड़ा अपना नशा रहते हैं, वो समझते कि नहीं हम बड़े, परंतु वो कहाँ से पकड़ा है, इधर से। अभी अपना बाप ने आकर करके हम, ये तो अभी परमात्मा ने जो अपनी डायरेक्ट पहली संतान जो रची है वो हम है ब्राह्मण। तो पहली संतान को नशा होना चाहिए, तो हम डायरेक्ट परमात्मा की पैदाश है एकदम। तो इतनी परमात्मा की पैदाश, तो इतनी पवित्रता, इतना अपना रॉयलिटी, इतनी सब बातों की मर्यादा, किसकी मर्यादा, पवित्रता की मर्यादा। इसी सभी बातों को बहुत अच्छी तरह से अपनाना है, इसीलिए इसी कुल का बहुत नाम है ना। तो अपना कुल बहुत ऊंचा है, इसीलिए उस ऐसे ऊंचे कुल वाले बच्चों को अपने कुल का, अपने खानदानी का, अपने बाप का पूरा ध्यान रखने का है, और अपनी एक्टिविटी, अपनी धारणाओं के ऊपर भी अच्छी तरह से अटेंशन देकर करके अभी बाप से ऐसा जो कुछ पाने का है वो पाना है, तभी तो पूरा ले सकेंगे ना। तो ये है अंदर में अपने रखने की बातें हैं। कोई ऐसे भी नहीं है नशा है तो कोई बाहर से हम कुछ अपना नहीं, ये अंदर की बातें हैं। अंदर में खुशी रहेगी कि अब अभी देखो किसकी संतान और कौन बनते हैं। तो अभी हमारी चढ़ती कला है, उतरती कला अभी पूरी हुई, अभी हमारी चढ़ती कला है। तो उसी समय बाप आकर करके हमको देखो ये सभी नॉलेज देते हैं तीनों कालों की। इसीलिए त्रिकालदर्शी, हम भी अभी मास्टर त्रिकालदर्शी हैं। बाप त्रिकालदर्शी हैं तो हम भी तो कम नहीं, हम भी उनके बच्चे अभी मास्टर त्रिकालदर्शी, यानी तीनों कालों को जानने वाले हम भी बनते हैं ना। बाप बैठ कर करके हमको तीनों कालों की, तीन काल क्यों का है, 4 काल नहीं, 5 काल नहीं, काल का मतलब है समय। तो हमको 3 काल का बैठ कर करके नॉलेज दिया, क्योंकि 3 समय का चेंजेस है। कैसे हैं कि हम आदि आत्माएं शुरू से निराकारी दुनिया से आती हैं। तो पहला समय वो है जहाँ से हम आत्माएं आती हैं भाई निराकारी दुनिया से, फिर आती हैं इधर कॉर्पोरियल, इसमें फिर हम बहुत 84 जन्मों का चक्कर चलते हैं। तो 84 जन्म पूरे करते हैं, फिर हम वापस जाते हैं। तो मध्य काल हो गया हमारा ये जन्मों का, आदि काल हो गया निराकारी दुनिया से आने का, हम निराकार हैं। तो आदि हमारी शुरू आत्मा की आदि है, हमारी निराकारी की, हम आदि निराकारी हैं। पीछे मध्य में जन्मों में आते हैं, ये पुनर्जन्म का हमारा चक्कर है। फिर वो पूरा होकर के फिर हमको अंत जहाँ से आए हैं फिर वहाँ जाना है। तो आद मध्य अंत।
शासन प्रशासन अनुशासन ऐसा देखा ना सुना हो किसी ने वैसा। तेरी मीठी मीठी बोली जैसे कोई बाटे टोली, तेरी मीठी मीठी बोली जैसे कोई बाटे टोली। दुनिया सारी दिल में समाई तूने, नैनों के पलने में जो पालना दी मम्मा, नैनों के पलने में जो पालना दी मम्मा। और दृष्टि से लोरियां सुनाई तूने।
Om Shanti. Be a karma yogi. Spread the vibrations of peace, happiness, and the Father's love. Every thought of a karma yogi or an easy Raj yogi would be one that spreads the vibrations of the Father's love. Just as the non-living images, even today, do the work of giving souls the vibrations of temporary happiness and peace. In the same way, you souls in the living form have to do the work of spreading the vibrations of peace, happiness, and the Father's love in the world through your thoughts, words, and actions. This is the Karma Yogi stage. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today's day 9. Be a Karma Yogi. Today's topic: spread the vibrations of peace, happiness, and the Father's love. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Shanti. Yeah, Bhumi Ben wants me to wear these sunglasses, dark glasses. Yeah, today I had to go to eye doctor and did some procedures. So, so he asked me to keep my eyes covered. So don't worry about anything, right? Some souls ask, or even when we say spread vibrations, give vibrations, really you don't have to give it, right? Whatever is your awareness, whatever your thoughts, your state of mind, automatically those vibrations spread. Of course, within VK family, we can experience from each other, but even Lokik people, they feel. I remember many times when I am traveling and the person sitting next, they will say, "Oh, you are very peaceful." It seems like they will automatically feel our vibrations. So that is why we have to be kind of pay attention, because it's not only action you're doing, but also within that action, whatever is your awareness will spread vibrations. I remember one sister used to cook in Peace Village kitchen, and she will say, whenever I'm cooking, I say Baba, of course with love for Baba, but also she requests Baba that whosoever eats this Brahma Bhojan should experience this, or the love for Yajna should be created, love for Baba, or can have more yoga with Baba. So that means we can also serve, not in a single way, but also double. Or when you are very much into intoxication and you're doing actions, but while doing actions, because of your intoxication, because of your love for Baba, there will be lot of good vibrations around. Like if there is a rose flower, in Western world, most of the flowers don't have any fragrance, but in India they have roses. Even if one rose, or they have jasmine flowers, many kinds of flowers, but all the flowers have really very beautiful, very loving fragrance. And sometimes you don't see flower, you only smell flowers. And when you smell it, you know there is the flower. This is where the flower must be. So, like sometimes it does happen that you are doing something or walking around and you start kind of sensing something, like something is not right. And so then you start looking around and you find, yes, maybe there is someone following me or there is something dangerous. But even animals and, how they come to know about the time. So they know the time, they know the season. Well, we all have that education, so we know. But they are able to feel everything. And feelings are always stronger. To have good feelings, and then suddenly, if there are negative feelings, we know the contrast of that. So just pay attention that what world needs a lot of God's love. They need peace, they need happiness. So what should I do? My presence, not just by lecture, we say, be peaceful, loveful. Now everyone says Om Shanti, right? But when they finish saying it, everyone creates different vibrations. From some, there are very powerful vibrations. And for some, there's little less percentage. So since I read this, heard this Avyakti homework, I really was very fascinated. But I know that what it requires a little more attention. Even if you are karma yogi, pay a little more attention and see what you are able to spread so that others can feel that and become that or transform the whole atmosphere in the world. So our homework for tomorrow is, if you are karma yogi, then while doing karmas, what should be your awareness? What should be your thoughts is very, very important. So that's what we will do for tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Hello, Sister Mohini. I think Wadi is supposed to be on. Where is Wadi? I was just a backup, but I want to join you, and so we could have our sunglasses on together.
They might think it's now Brahm. Wow. Thank you very much. So that I don't feel different.
You don't feel different. That's funny.
Oh.
Anyway, so do we keep them on, guys? So life is a beach. Let's live it. Yeah. Didi, you always look so well, really. No one can guess at your age. You just always look so very well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. So, where to start? I just very quickly, when I was in Peace Village, and I think I had shared that I felt that there was a lot of maturity in the US instruments, that it felt like grown-ups were participating this time. And I wonder if you make or that you see, as we sort of grow, do you connect it with your own development, your own spiritual development? In other words, are we all affecting each other in our maturing?
Yeah, what happens is when souls realize that they shouldn't be caught up into small matters and should go beyond, go above, remain very focused, and whether it is for efforts or for service, so that maturity is visible. And I think whether my journey or our journey, spiritual journey, we all find a kind of distaste in many things, which when in PK childhood, you really don't realize that, but as you grow mature, as you grow more and more stable, then our attention doesn't go to many things. So I think that, yes, I could feel that what you are saying. And because of that, what happens that the expansion, we are able to sustain what is happening. Our power of sustenance increases with our maturity. But if we get caught up and we have little things affects us, then we can't sustain other souls, right? Because new scenes of drama every day. And even when today, what I did procedure, and I came back, then I said, oh, it's good. Now I passed another day, another test. And, so one feels happy also. So when maturity, going beyond, going above, then you are more light, more happy, right? And that's what I felt from everyone. Yeah.
Gayatri. Otherwise, I'll pursue this.
No, you pursue it because I wanted to ask a separate question now.
Right. Only that, as you say, there's distaste for these small things or whatever. But wouldn't that also be in tandem with the growth of love in oneself? That the more there is, what is that thing that changes in you that reaches to others, that enables them to change in a sense? So would you say that it's not so much about distaste is the result of something else, but is it not more about the increase in love?
I think the self-respect and self-trust, both are very important. And I find that when that self-respect grows, because of whatever improvements and the progress or awareness of what Baba calls us and what we are, I think that definitely self-respect increasing. And as soon as it increases, then others can also experience that from us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I find. So distaste, I said, because it's same thing like self-respect. Then you find everything good, special, and in you and in others. So that experience is very good. So if you taste something which is very good, then you know what taste is not good, And that is where I call distaste. Yeah.
Okay.
And also Baba had been talking a lot about don't waste your thoughts, don't waste your time. I think that also definitely has big impact on us. Like before, sometimes instruments even are not aware what is waste, right? But there is certain progress, improvement, expansion. They see the reward of what is happening these days. Automatically, internally change happens. So US is able to see now what it means to be loving, what it needs to have unity, what it means to be working together. Many, many good things are happening.
Yeah. Sister Gayatri Ji.
I wanted to ask two separate questions. I'm not sure we have time for both, but I'll ask the first one. This morning, I was reading the Murli to Guyana, and Barbados joined Guyana for the Murli usually. And I was asking one sister who is, she's retired now, but she used to be a lawyer, but not just a lawyer. She used to be a lawyer in the Supreme Court. And I asked, we were asking, we were talking about the way that we listen to Baba's Murli. And listening to her gave me an insight, which I want to ask you. when we listen to Baba's Murlis, we tend to listen to the Murli subjectively. I listen to the Murli and I feel what Baba is saying as it relates to me. But we were talking about the discernment and the sharp decision-making that Brahma Baba had from Sunday. And she said something very interesting. She says, before you could judge anything, you have to listen to what is being said to you in not a subjective way. You have to hear what is being said without you imposing your feelings or your intuition or something that you personalize it to you. And that gave me a very deep insight, because if we truly want to understand what Baba is saying to us, we have to first and foremost listen without vibrationally imposing what we want out of this, what we want out of the Murli, what's in it for me. And so I wanted to ask you, Sister Mohini, perhaps that was the way that Brahma Baba listened to Shiv Baba, not what he can take out of it, not even the dharna that he's supposed to have, that was secondary, but he listened to Baba to understand the broader context of what Baba is saying and to understand it at that level. And then after, okay, how do I apply it to my own life? Was I missing this point all along in listening to Baba's Murli, in which I was listening to it more subjectively than objectively?
I think that what happens is many people just want to say, let's see what new points Baba is bringing, and they are focusing more on points, right? But Murli, what Baba is teaching us is the understanding, right? And understanding is like a sense. When start making some sense that when I heard something and I deeply had some meaning for me, some sense for me, because then I will adopt it, believe it, and do my dharna based on that. So I think when people listen to Murli, they should listen to what actually Baba wants to tell us. What Baba is saying is different. Tell us means what's the message? What's really the way I implement and how I should do dharna about that. And then also saying that when I adopt and do dharna, how beautiful my life will be, or my power of discern, or power of thinking, all that will definitely increase also. So it's like you are absorbing everything so that you are sensible. I like one day when Baba said, not all, you become sensible and worthy. So I was thinking, Lord, that yes, I always believed Baba makes us sensible, but also increases our value of life or worthiness.
Because you would hear people saying, oh, I'm just interested in the knowledge of the soul and the Supreme Soul. I'm not interested in the cycle and the 5,000 years. I'm not interested in other aspects of Gyan. And whenever they say that, I wonder if they're listening because of a personal interest, or are they listening to the voice of God, saying that you have to understand, as you said, the whole of this knowledge and not just parts of the knowledge. Because if you only understand parts of the knowledge, you will never be able to practice it because you have missed the whole of the knowledge. So if you don't have the whole and you just have a piece, then you're not getting the richness or the fullness of that piece. So
Yeah,
how would you, the majority of Newer Brahmins, I think, they just stay with the first three lessons, or even the first two: soul, God, and meditation. The rest, I'm not sure they are interested in it or they have faith in it.
no, but then it's not complete, no, because within the soul there are sanskar, and there is a part which is destined, and soul is, if you don't want to understand cycle, but then you believe that soul has birth, rebirth, so there must be a cycle. Maybe they might not believe immediately on identical repetition, but at least it's a cycle. Without cycle, how soul must be going through birth, rebirth. So it can never be total understanding, So if we have to, I feel that one should listen everything, and maybe cannot take everything immediately and say, okay, this part I take now, and later on I will try to understand more details. That's all right. But to say that I'm not interested, I don't think they will have complete, even in their practices, in their dharana, there won't be everything complete. So it is very, very important to listen. Like when I came in knowledge, I said, I will take as much I understand, but it's not I won't believe. And the time came when I start understanding more, then more and more. But we shouldn't reject anything and say, I only want this, I also immediately, it was very difficult to understand everything, but I said, whatever I understand, I start my journey and then move on. And then finally, one start understanding everything.
Is there not any connection between Gayatri? It happened automatically in that we got so much benefit and had such an amazing experience that you wanted to share it with others, and you automatically became a teacher, on the basis of your own experience. And for others, they may not have that. They just want to give the basics to people to help them, but they don't see themselves being serviceable to that same extent. But they're still giving the introduction, they're still leading people here and giving them whatever they have taken. And so I don't know if, because I do see some souls that it really is just about, yoga, Baba, and their dharana is very good, but they may not be able, as they often themselves criticize themselves and saying, I don't know how to churn, but their dharana is good, their disciplines are good. So I don't know. Maybe this is the number wise thing, no?
Yeah, as Baba was saying today, number wise. You want to ask Sister Mohini another?
A couple of things from yesterday, and also when I was telling the class yesterday how when I came back from Peace Village, it looked like someone had cleaned the window in one of the rooms, and it turned out that they said, no, I didn't clean the window, but what I did was I took down the screen and cleaned it. And so all the while I had been looking through the screen and thinking that the window was dirty. But it wasn't the window that was dirty, it was the screen that wasn't entirely clean. And so connecting it between when Baba was talking yesterday about a clean mind and a clear intellect. And so that when the mind gets clean, then there's more clarity of the intellect. And I like this idea as well, and you touched on it, of that there will be fast resolution, fast decisions when the intellect is really clear, and it is almost intuitive, no?
Yeah, it's very beautiful when Baba says clean mind and clear intellect. Because mind, as you said, could be the screen, and so it has to be cleaned. Yeah, it's very, very good stage, and if we pay attention, all of us, that mind is not polluted, doesn't have anything from the past, anything from, wasteful, any kind of that. I think that definitely, and then when power to discern is accurate, there are solutions, and it makes a lot of difference, right?
Yeah, because the intellect feeds from the mind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not if the intellect is divine. It doesn't feed from the mind. A clean and clear intellect, when Baba says have that clear line of intellect, it means it's being fed from God.
Right, but
and
there's
I
nothing
always saw the mind as being fed from the senses and being fed from the outer world. And this is why people said the soul is immune to the effects of actions, but not the mind. And the mind is not part of the soul. The mind is part of matter and the senses. So I always saw the intellect, when it's fed with the truth, then the intellect holds the reins of the mind and transforms the mind and put some kind of sense into this wild horse that doesn't have sense, but it's running all over the place, or it's like a fan fanning the same air, circulating the same air in the room. And so for me, that emphasis that Baba made on the clear line of the intellect is really important, because my ability to understand, to remember, my conscience, everything are all embedded in this faculty of the intellect. So the intellect holds great responsibility, don't you think, Sister Mohini?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Good.
are you tired, Sister Mohini? Do you want us to stop now? Okay. All right. So I'll ask you my next question on Wednesday when it's my turn. So how are you feeling?
I'm okay, better. Yeah.
You're
Good.
better. It's amazing that you go to the doctor, you do your procedures, and you come sit here, and we're asking you questions, and you're engaging with us, and you're so light and easy about it. So this is like angel, angel, angel.
Very nice. Baba
Each
said
one,
that.
yeah. Each one of us, Baba's blessings.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So Wadi,
Gee.
when Baba said to you yesterday that you should be an angel, how did you respond to that? Because you are into this angel thing that double foreigners relate more to angels, and angel is the memorial in the West, not goddesses, not deities. So what was your take on Baba supporting you in relation to angel?
I love the idea of the angel, in the sense of, there was a time when I was a little bit, like, oh, please don't give me anything with an angel on it, enough already. But that idea of the double light, and that the angel only sees God wherever it looks, I like that. And there was something came up in Peace Village, I don't remember now what it was, but it was along the same lines. And again, yesterday I remembered a sister from Tampa, Nuncia, and always when she met you or anything to do with, she always called you angel. And the thing is that when she did that, she was in that consciousness, and she automatically transmitted that to you. And I was going to ask Didi tonight, actually, does she ever call anyone angel. I know she has her consciousness would be, I think, more of the deity. But did she ever call you angel, Gayatri?
No, but the Avyakti Parivar slogan is angels unite in the love of one. So no, I don't, I would stop dead in my tracks if Sister Mohini were to call me angel. I would.
You would
Sister
become one. You would become
What,
one.
what do you mean? The daddies never called us angels. Could you imagine Sister Janity calling me an angel?
Well, yeah, it's not sort of common, but oh yeah, Daddy Janky did. You know, it's a very sweet memory. When I moved into 98 Tennyson Road, I lived in 96, and then when they finally bought 98, and of course, Daddy and Genty were sleeping there. Genty Ben were sleeping there too, and every morning before 4 o'clock, Daddy came to my door. And she knocked on the door, or she switched on the light, and she said, Devta, Devta. So she did. She called deity. Yeah, I never heard her call me angel.
Yeah.
But
what was fascinating for me in yesterday's Murli was when Baba said to us double foreigners, Shiv Baba saying that Brahma Baba had to become Avyakt so that expansion can take place. But also we took birth from the angel Brahma.
Yeah.
And so I was fascinated with this, what Baba, how as an angel you sent thoughts out to us and you touched us. It's like being touched by an angel, right?
Yeah.
And
beautiful.
when we were touched by Brahma Baba, the angel, Bapdada, well, Brahma Baba in particular, the angel, that thought of his would have been so pure, so elevated, so intimately connected to each one of us individually that it shifted something in us that we weren't consciously aware of until we arrived on the path. And even more, we became more consciously aware of what he did to us when we came face to face with Avyakt Bapdada. Some of us, when we saw his picture, you know, when we saw the photograph of Brahma Baba.
Baba.
And so that was the aspect that fascinated me, that he lit up my life with that thought and made me a very different person. And I wasn't even aware of it. So as I walk through, you know, whatever I'm doing, I sometimes feel like today I'm feeling, if I look at the dentist with this pure thought, am I lighting his life up or his wife's life, life up? What is this pure thought when you send it out in its subtle Avyakt, with its subtle Avyakt vibrations? What is it doing to other people? And are they consciously aware of it? I don't think so. Like we weren't consciously aware when Brahma.
Yeah, but it is doing nonetheless. And I know we don't have time to go into again to continue the conversation. But while you were speaking, I had a thought that I've never had before in relation to us being that. I didn't remember that he specifically said that yesterday, that you know, we were born from the angel Brahma. Of course, we know it, he said it before, but I never thought of it before, that part of the reason, maybe Baba knowing that the next wave after he left the body would be of those from abroad, those not from the Hindu tradition or whatever else. And so by telling us about the angelic stage, about the subtle region, he made it easier for us to think of ourselves as deities, because we could not make that, most of us couldn't make that quantum leap of going from a human being or a Brahma to a deity. It was too big a step. So I never thought of it before, but that it was like an interim thing, just like going to the subtle region is a little easier than going direct to Paramdam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think We've
Okay,
done
I think we've done our
allotted time.
time.
Should we put our glasses back on and leave?
Oh,
Gayatri?
sure, I could. And say thank you to Sister Mohini. Now she's back.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Our BK
Angels,
family will know
angels
that
in dark glasses.
they become very modern, fashionable.
Sister Mohini, you have the most fashionable frames. Ours are ordinary.
Mines are very old, like everything in my life.
I have this almost 10 years now. Okay, lovely
Om
to
Shanti.
Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Om
Thanks,
Shanti.
Gayatri.
Om Shanti.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Didi, and all two special angels. Thank you for coming.
Okay, they can give drishti.
Yeah, and I think everyone can wear the glasses.
Give Drishti.
Not to give Drishti.
Not to give Drishti.
So tomorrow is Tuesday, and our schedule from Amritwala 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the afternoon 5 to 6 p.m. We will have Awake the English Murli revision, and then 6 o'clock Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and Awake the journey. So now let's all together remember Baba. Please send lots of good wishes for Didi. Of course, she's fine. She'll be fine, but still, we have to take care. So your good wishes are very much appreciated. Thank you. Now let's remember Baba.
सुख इतने पाए हैं प्यारे प्रभु के प्यार में, सुख इतने पाए हैं प्यारे प्रभु के प्यार में। रौनक ही रौनक अब तो मेरे संसार में, मेरे संसार में। सुख इतने पाए हैं प्यारे प्रभु के प्यार में। चाहतों का रंग मिला, मन चमन मेरा खिला। चाहतों का रंग मिला, मन चमन मेरा खिला। आबाद हुआ हर लम्हा अब उसके दुलार में, अब उसके दुलार में। सुख इतने पाए हैं प्यारे प्रभु के प्यार में। नास है खुद पे अब तो मन में यही जुस्तजू नास है खुद पे अब तो मन में यही जुस्तजू सात सुरों की गुंजन है मन के हर एक तार में मन के हर एक तार में सुख इतने पाए हैं प्यारे प्रभु के प्यार में रौनक ही रौनक अब तो मेरे संसार में मेरे संसार में सुख इतने पाए हैं प्यारे प्रभु के प्यार में
Om Shanti, Om Shanti. That's great.
Om Shanti Didi, good night.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti
Om
Murli.
Shanti
Om Shanti Parivar.
Om Shanti
Shanti Didi,
Thank you,
Shanti
Adiba.
Bhumika,
Thank you, Bhumika.
Shanti
Many blessings,
Om
Didi.
Shanti Didi, Om Shanti,
Shanti,
Om
muchas gracias. I miss
Shanti
you.
Didi, Om
I was
Shanti. Can't wait to leave the question.
Yeah, Baba.
Ay, meu Deus. Tô chegando, Paulinho.
Be a karma yogi. Spread the vibrations of peace, happiness, and Father's love. Every thought of a karma yogi or an easy Raj yogi would be one that spreads the vibrations of the Father's love. Just as the non-loving images, even today, do the work of giving souls the vibrations of temporary happiness and peace. In the same way, you souls in the living form have to do the work of spreading the vibrations of peace, happiness, and Father's love in the world through your thoughts, words, and actions. This is the Karma Yogi stage.
कर्म योगी बनो। सदा सुख शांति बाप के स्नेह के वाइब्रेशन फैलाना। कर्म योगी व सहज राजयोगी का हर संकल्प बाप के स्नेह के वाइब्रेशन फैलाने वाला होगा। जैसे जड़ चित्र शांति के अल्पकाल के सुख के वाइब्रेशन अब तक भी आत्माओं को देने का कार्य कर रहे हैं। ऐसे आप चैतन्य रूप में संकल्प द्वारा, वाणी द्वारा, कर्म द्वारा विश्व में सदा सुख शांति बाप के स्नेह के वाइब्रेशन फैलाने का कर्तव्य करो। यही है कर्म योगी स्टेज।